I'm Champ Chung, I'm here at E3, and this is a special edition of the show. G'day guys, I'm back at my hotel and I have all the information you guys need from E3. And don't forget that if you do enjoy today's video, make sure to smack that like button as always. Anyway, first off, I wanted to mention that I love E3 and the sexy girls. Oh yeah! But yes, if you can tell, E3 is full of really hot booth babes, which is very, very nice. But anyway, it is also full of many, many games, and speaking of those games, yesterday Microsoft had their conference, which had a bunch of games, but one thing that really stood out for me is that they showed off this new thing called Smart Glass. It essentially pairs your smartphone, tablet, Xbox, or TV and allows you to work it all together. So an example of this could possibly be that, like, if you're playing Madden, you could pull out your phone or tablet and draw up some sort of custom play. And I think this is really cool because you won't have to buy additional things, because if you have an iPhone or even an iPad, they work, because Microsoft confirmed it's not just Windows devices, which is cool, so you don't have to buy extra things to make this work. And now moving away from Microsoft to Sony. Sony had a conference and it wasn't that good. I don't know, it just really didn't make me excited. Though there were two things from Sony that did get me excited, and that was The Last of Us, which is just going to be an epic zombie game, and also Watch Dogs, which, oh man, that game is gonna be good. But yeah, I guess that's about it from Sony, and now moving on to Nintendo. They had a conference this morning, and it got me a little more excited about the Wii U, but still not enough to possibly buy the console. One game that did look pretty sick was Zombie U, which had some cool ways of using the new Wii gamepad. So all in all, the Wii U is pretty cool, but until we see the actual launch release titles, I don't know if I'm still gonna buy one or not. I am still unsure about it. Anyway, if you are wondering, I did play some games and a lot of them were pretty cool, but some that did stand out to me were Ninja Gaiden, Dead or Alive 5, some PS Move games like Metal Gear Solid, also some PS Vita games were pretty cool, even though sometimes they just didn't work, but it was still fun. But there was this one game that really got me excited, and that was this new game called Star Wars 1313. Guys, this game is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm telling you right now, it is just, oh wow. Honestly, I just don't even know how to explain how good this is. And also, I was lucky enough to go into a private session and check this game out, and guys, I think it is probably going to be the game of the year if it does come out next year, because it's the first Star Wars game that I think could be a really, really good game. But one thing I do want to mention is that the game is still in its early stages of development, so yeah, it probably won't even come out this year, maybe not even next year, still don't even know because it doesn't even have a release date. So yeah, my final thoughts on Star Wars 1313, it's amazing. The animations, even the facial animations, just crazy. So yeah, it's not the biggest news of the day though, because this is big news. So yeah, you're probably wondering, what is today's big news if it isn't Star Wars 1313 or the Wii U or something else? Well, I was lucky enough to get an interview with Dave Anthony from Treyarch, and he told us about Strikeforce in Black Ops 2, which is a new game mode, and here it is.
You're thrown into one of these Strikeforce levels. The level is essentially a sandbox. So you go in there, you're presented with a battlefield. You will see, I don't know, you've got soldiers on one side. You may have quadrotors sort of flying through the air. You may have vehicles on the ground. These things are called ASDs, these automated sentry drones, which you can take control of. We have these claws, which are these huge sort of quadrupeds, which are deadly and will just rip up anything that comes in their path. Playing Strikeforce, you go into Overwatch mode, you see the whole battlefield, you choose which one you want to go to. So you see all your guys, I want to go with that guy. Zoom into him, you're now playing this guy in first person, running around the battlefield. Go back into Overwatch mode, you can then decide, okay, now instead I want to move this whole platoon of these robots over to this side of the map to help out in this battle. You don't even need to go down into the first person view to do that, you can do that all from the map mode. Or you can now actually go into first person, and from first person mode you can actually, even from that mode, control your other squads or even switch to other things on the battlefield. So, excuse me, 1 minute you're running around the battlefield, 1 minute you're flying through the air in one of these quadrotors, and it's like, I can tell you, in terms of pure gameplay, there's never really been anything like this in the Call of Duty campaign before, and I think people are going to be very excited about it.
So yeah, there you have it guys. I also did get to check out Strikeforce for myself in a private session, and guys, it is pretty cool. And honestly, I think it could be the next big thing in a Call of Duty game, because it's cool how you can just go whoomp and look around and plan things, and then you go whoomp back into a drone or a soldier, whatever you want, and you just do everything the way you really want to do it, which is just crazy. Also, I did check out the single player, none of the multiplayer or zombies or anything just yet, but the single player is really good too, because if you fail a part of the mission, it doesn't send you all the way back, it just changes the story. So basically what this means is that if you fail this part of the story, the ending of the actual campaign could be different to what your friend has played, which is, yeah, just awesome. Anyway, speaking of endings and everything, I guess Gorilla Man is here to end the show with his question. Thanks, Gorilla Man. Okay guys, Gorilla Man wants to know, what game are you most excited about this year and why? So put your answers down below in the comment section, they could be on the next show, but if you did enjoy today's show, make sure to smack that like button as always, because I'm Champ Chong, my accent's Australian, and here are the answers from Gorilla Man's previous question.